Well, at least it's not. Ugh. Whew. I'll take 2 at this point. I'll take one more person. Okay, I'll try to take one more person because this is going to be a very short episode. I just want to speak on some things because I have a feeling that I may not talk on here tomorrow due to hanging out and whatnot, and I just want to say what's on my mind. So one more person, and then I'll start. And I'll give it around a minute. I ain't going to give it seconds this time like I usually do. Okay. Ooh, okay. Perfect angle. Cool. Alright, 2 people. That's good because this is going to be kind of short, to be honest. Might be short as the Lil Nas episode. 1. Okay, one more person. I'll start. I'll take 1, but I really want 2 to, like, you know, one of my more serious episodes, to be honest. I'll give it a while. I'll be patient. Okay, there's another person. 1 more. 1 more. Alright, let me try 1 more. I see 2. Let me try 1 more. I know it's kind of late. I should have did it around 9, but I was too busy watching YouTube. I'll be a little bit more. Okay. 3. Good. What's up? It's Jay Lavonne with the Red Cup Chronicles. So the Red Cup has been brewing, but for a very different reason. So there's been news that George Floyd murderer, Derek Chauvin, whatever his last name is, has been found guilty. How momentous that a cop is actually guilty for killing a black man. I'm ecstatic about that, but how much justice are we really having? Like, how are they really going to sentence this man? That's my true question. Same day he got found guilty, there's a 15-year-old girl who got shot. She was autistic. Now, there's different mixed reviews about that whole thing. They said she was a baby. She should never die like that. She was trying to defend herself. And there's another side of the spectrum saying that you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. Like, what are you doing outside with a knife trying to stab a girl if you're the one who called police? I'm not going to speak too much about Michaela Bryant because I'm confused about the whole thing. I'm confused about the facts. And I was really trying not to talk about it because we see so much injustice going on. That Daunte Wright had his funeral today. And somebody asked what I thought about the whole Daunte Wright thing. I'm from St. Louis. This happens in our backyard. It's almost like, it's like, when does black men getting killed, black people getting killed, period, become a norm? Why? Red Cup, right? I'm not going to hold that Red Cup too much because I really have to say something about something like this. So, homeboy got found guilty. And then you got to remember 2 other black people. So, you take 1 step forward towards justice, but you got to take 5 steps back because there's still killings going on with the black community. I don't care. Whichever adult was at that little girl's house should have stepped in for her before police came. Part of me said that she should have stayed in the house if she called police. But at the same time, you got a knife to defend yourself. You're 15. You're not going to think. Hell, you're not going to grow up until you're like 30. I didn't get on my grown woman stuff until I was like 27. Like, for real. So, 15, your mind is not, it's developed enough to know right from wrong, but it's not developed enough to be a grown person stuff because you haven't lived life. 2 girls coming to fight her. Maybe she felt that she had to defend herself. Maybe, I don't know. So around a month, I'll say less than a month ago, there was a riot in St. Louis at the it's in a city, I want to say workhouse in the city. And I may got the term wrong, and excuse me for that. Like I said, this might be a short episode because, nah, bro. So, majority of those people who are in this particular workhouse or whatnot are African American. You have to ask yourself, why were they tearing up that big old building downtown? Maybe they were bored. They felt like tearing the club up. And I'm not trying to laugh. From what I've heard, the conditions are bad. Although you do wrong and you pay your debt to society for your crimes you do. No matter what, all walks of life, you do not want to be treated like an animal. And maybe they felt that, hey, retired, bathrooms ain't being right, plumbing ain't being right, food ain't being... Justice Center, thank you. Thank you. Justice Center is downtown. Maybe they got bored and say, you know what? I want to tear the club up. The conditions ain't right. Like I said, majority of men alone. Let's not think about women. Majority of men alone are African American. They was turning up windows. They was starting fires. Oh, they was having that little heyday at that Justice Center. This is not weed, by the way. So you have to think about different injustice going on. And Derek Chauvin being found guilty. Is there really justice for all? Think about it. The term justice for all comes from the Constitution, which was not written for black people. As I stated, I was not trying to talk about it, but I have a feeling that I may kick it, and I had it in my heart. I almost didn't do anything this week, but I said, you know what? I was going to joke around, talk about dating life, but I felt in my heart because there are a lot of injustice going on, and I have plenty of if you go on my YouTube, there are plenty of videos that I have about racism, especially in St. Louis because I live here. So you ask me what I think about the Daunte Wright stuff? It's in our own backyard. Why are we surprised? And then they said that Daunte Wright was fighting for his life and everything. So you're just going to stand there and say, hey, shoot me. Please shoot me. No, you're going to fight for your life. Eric Garner said he can't breathe. George Floyd said he couldn't breathe. All those, it's like, you say you can't breathe, you are fighting for your life. That's all you're really doing. It's sad that we gotta come to this, but I do feel that we need to police our own neighborhoods. To be frank with you. But we gotta take a few steps backwards because just because one cop got found guilty, Darren Wilson's still running around. The cops that killed Eric Garner still running around. The cop that killed Philando. The cops that have been doing the killings from, let's go say 1990s on, they've been doing cop killings back in the 80s and 70s. But I'm talking about 1990s because I grew up as a 90s kid. They were acquitted. There was a black woman, I forgot what town it is. She saw a black man getting choked and she stopped the white cop from doing it. And she was fired for it. She was fired for stopping a white cop from firing her. And this happened for like 20 years later, which is now, they finally want to give her props. They finally said, dude is guilty. And then the guy who was getting choked, thanks to that black female cop, he's living. Because she did what she felt was right. Because she did what she felt was right, she got fired. Now you got to pay this woman all that money plus the cop pension because she was trying to do the right thing. It wasn't about black or white. She felt that white. She did what she felt was right. Her first name is Carol. I forgot the woman's last name. And I swear I forgot the town. But I know it's on the East Coast. So with this whole thing with Derek Chauvin. Why? Why did they, it's like the question you need to ask yourself, why did they finally find a cop guilty? Is it for all the others? Is it because they don't want us to protest? Or they don't want us to burn down buildings? Because it's been proven that undercover cops are the one burning out buildings. And undercover cops beat up other black cops during these protests. Did you know that? I haven't watched the news in 20 years. I still keep up with the times. YouTube. Just keeping my ears open. And my ears are small. Red cup. So you really have to ask yourself, justice for all is in the Constitution. But the Constitution was not made for black people. No, it wasn't. Who gives a fuck about, I think, 14th Amendment? Slaves? Really? And they barely want the slaves to be free for real. Who would have said that Abraham Lincoln did the right thing? Who would say Abraham Lincoln got tired of people trying to say something about slaves? All your favorite presidents had, well, not favorite presidents, because all the presidents of that time, they had slaves. Slaves on slaves on slaves. Slaves who were freed, they had slaves too. So, you have to ask yourself a question when it comes to certain things. Is there justice for all? I'm happy he got found guilty, but what I'm waiting for is the sentencing. I'm waiting for the sentencing because, I don't know, some of these news stuff have me kind of sketchy. And it's bad enough. I'm already kind of skeptical. Ooh, you know. I am skeptical as ever. Trust me, I'm skeptical. Smoking to the ancestors, Native Americans who got kicked off their land. Blood or tears, right? Blood or tears. But Pocahontas told you, white men wanted that Native American box. Native Americans made more kids with black people because they felt that they related. My grandparents on my father's side are full-blooded Cherokee. I got these high cheekbones and crap. So, is there justice for all? Like I said, I haven't done a series episode in a while. We be talking about these celebrities. Last episode was about Lil Don's ex, and that was one of my worst episodes. To be quite honest. But I got the message out there that he wore thigh-high boots better than me. But this is about a serious topic because you really need to look at justice a different way when you constantly see stuff going on. And then I did see a picture of the cop that killed Daunte's Wright house. They have her stuff barricaded with fences. They trying to protect her house because they don't want nothing to happen to her husband and kids. Girl, you shot a mix. So mixed lives matter because the little boy was mixed, but he still had a drop of black. Although I don't consider mixed black sometimes, but you got a drop of black blood, you're black. I don't always consider it that way, but that's my personal opinion. But you killed a young man, and he was fighting for his life. Mike Brown fought his life when he stood up to Darren Wilson, and everyone was like, oh, he was so big. No, I went to the apartment complex to see a friend. Mike Brown and Darren Wilson was like toe-to-toe and size-wise. It wasn't like that Darren Wilson was really scared of Mike Brown because he was a big black kid. You know, I'm so scared for black men. I'm scared for black people, period, but I'm really scared for black men because they were always the feared. Why do you think they were buck breaking in slavery? Do I need to explain buck breaking when they basically anally rape black men, castrate black men so they can't carry their excellent sperm and make greater black people? This world is sick as fuck. Yay, my first curse word. But usually I'll be joking and laughing, and I wasn't going to do anything about it, but I felt in my heart to talk about it because I have a feeling mm-mm. And I took a couple of weeks off, so I felt I need to talk about something. I'm scared for black men. I'm scared for black women because all America view black women as in their good box. Have you heard of the name Sarah Bartman? They have her pussy ass in a museum somewhere in France. Right? Man, fuck it. I've been cursing all over Cup Chronicles, but they have her body on display for everybody to admire their black ass in their black box. What has this world come to? I want to cry, but cry for what? Celebrate their lives. A little 15-year-old girl was trying to defend herself, and she's autistic, so she might have been a special needs child, and she was in foster care. I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking. She called the police because she felt bullied by these girls. Maybe they came up bother her. What if the girls ran in the house and bothered her, and she came out of the house with that knife? Nobody know what happened because they keep on showing the picture of her with a knife. I didn't even post that I was going to read Cup Chronicles tonight. That's how much it was on my heart. I'll talk about my dating life next week and we gonna laugh again, but this right here is not a laughing matter. Because we gotta protect all. And what happened at that Justice Center? I was supposed to talk about Justice Center around a month, beginning of this month, to be quite honest, but you have celebrity gossip and you try to escape the sadness that's going on. I try to escape my own sadness. Shit. Hey, can I tell you something? I am currently in therapy. And I did it for myself to better my mental health. So who to say that I don't talk about different stuff, and I'm glad y'all be laughing at my stuff. I'm glad y'all be laughing. I'm glad we been cut in August. We've been cutting up for 4 years together on Facebook. Y'all watch me for my humor and y'all watch me for my perspective. And sometimes people ask, Jay, what do you think? Jay, it's nothing to ask me what I think. I'll happily tell you if I feel it in my heart and all, Oh, we're going to have a t-shirt line coming up. And I'll announce that. But is there any justice for all? That's a question you gotta ask, because this Constitution, it was made for them. Imagine, let's go time traveling a little bit, real quick, right? And the Constitution was made for all people, Native Americans, African Americans. Now imagine if Native Americans and black people made it Constitution. Do you think these white people would really survive? First off, we would say fuck slavery. First off, if we made a Constitution, slavery would have been over. They would have been the slaves, and we'd be the one in a big old mansion, like in the plantation, like, hey, put some flavor in the food. Hey, use some seasoned salt. If they had seasoned salt at the time. Put some basil in that. You know how black people like flavor in their food. If they was the slaves. Now who come up with that idea that white people don't want to put flavor in their food? Now I ain't gonna lie. The best fried chicken I ever tasted was from a white person. She used cornmeal. It had the taste and the texture of a black chicken, but it wasn't as greasy and the meat was so tender. See, we could say something positive, but you really got to think about it. Jordan, I forgot his last name, in Florida, he fought for his life. All he was doing was pumping up his radio. Who don't blast their radio when they're riding around at night? Shit, I used to blast my radio too. who don't want to go jogging and exercise. Amon Aubrey, Sean Bell, he was jogging and stuff. He couldn't even get to his wedding day because he got shot 40 freaking times. He got shot 40 freaking times. Couldn't get his wedding day. Maybe he wanted to jog before his wedding day. Maybe he get fit and right for the honeymoon. We would never know because they're dead. And all we could do is live in their memory and be better black people. Now, all you black people who want to act like little nigglets, y'all need to look at yourselves. That's what makes these people want to do it. I'm not saying it's right, but sometimes you push yourself in unfavorable ass positions. I'm not talking against you. I love you, black man, but black women, black men, we need to love each other a little bit more. And the Black Panthers was trying to teach us that with wicked stuff until feminism came around and white just broke our shit apart. Now we have broken black homes. When all the Panthers were trying to do was build healthy black households. Like I said, this might be a short ass episode and I don't give a fuck. I really don't at this point. And you see a lot of these black girls getting kidnapped. White girls be getting kidnapped too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not making this a race thing, but it is a race thing. When you see the majority of the people who was turning the club at the Justice Center African American. Although Daunte Wright was mixed, he had African American blood. He had a black daddy. So how much justice is really there that George Floyd's killer got convicted? I'm sorry, but I'm waiting for the sentencing. That's what I'm waiting for because, ooh, and I'm not even wearing my glasses. Ooh, I'm not wearing my glasses. Yes, you know, I can see for once in my life. Got to be more careful. Wreck up. So, is there even justice for all? Hell, I was 21. I was calling it the divided states of America. How a country gonna have the word united, not united? Easy. They made a constitution. They named the country. And America was named after some Italian motherfucker. America. Vespucci. Look that up. Look that up. America Vespucci is what this country is named after. Real talk. Oh, child, don't get on that. Don't let me get on that Candace. Candace always have her own talk show. Riddle me this, riddle me that. Don't, please, Lord, please don't make me get on her. Do not make me get on her. And she said some stuff about George Floyd I did not like. Oh, he did his, and now they trying to say that George Floyd didn't die from that neck, from the knee on the neck. They trying to say the dude was on drugs. They said that he died of overdose, some type of drugs in his mother. It don't matter if the man drug. You put your knee on a human being's neck. You pressed on it for around 10 minutes. You tried to kill him. And this dumb cop saying, oh my God, I shot him. I thought it was my... you know what? I did speak on that 15-year-old, and you're going to have to watch it over when I'm done. Oh my God. I mistaken it for my taser. How you mistake a gun for a taser? I'm just going to look like this. You come up with any excuse for your fuck-ups. Any excuse. You don't want to hold yourself accountable. Just say you see a little black boy and you thought he was going to act a fool. He tried to run away, and you thought that he's trying to do something, so you shot him. To subdue him? Yeah, you subdue that ass. He's dead. Like I said, I have not done a series episode in a while, but I'm seeing all this shit going on. Might as well speak about it. Yeah, in Red Cup. Oh, God, hold up. Yeah. You mistaken a gun for a taser. You shot a little 15-year-old girl with a knife. She's trying to defend. And reason that I'm not speaking too much about the 15-year-old because I'm kind of topsy-turvy about the story. I've heard different parts of the story, but I couldn't really elaborate on it because I'm scratching my head about that because there's so much stuff going around that. I'm confused. That's the truth. I'm confused. I'm confused about a lot of stuff. You killed this black man in St. Louis, Anthony Morris Smith, from a highway chase. Oh, who remember that? Why did you finally find a cop guilty? You don't want to burn up no more buildings? You don't want your money being messed up, or child, please. Child motherfucking please. And I was trying not to curse, but why am I trying not to curse when I've been cursing in Cup Chronicles? That's like telling a pig to fly. Make it make sense. All this stuff going on. That's why I warn my African American folk, be careful. Someone listen to the. I'm not saying to obey the cop. Lord, I'm confused. I'm puff this. You know, I'm puffing a little bit more than the Red Cup, right? That's how I'm so confused. I'm puffing. I'm so stressed about it. I'm puffing. Puffing like a motherfucker. You see that smoke? That's what those black lives are. They're going in smokes just because of the color of their skin. Have the civil rights movement ever taught us anything? Tired ass black woman, tired ass seamstress. They try to tell her get on the back of the bus. How you gonna tell a tired black woman get on the back of the bus? Maybe she be on her feet while she was sewing stuff. She's tired. Her dogs are barking. And you want to tell her get on the back of the bus. And they said that there was another black woman before with Rosa Parks that refused to get on the back of the bus. But for some reason, Rosa Parks was the spokesperson for it. Was the poster child for that. I read. I keep these small ears open, you know. Small ears. My ears small. I keep my ears to the stuff. We'll crack jokes next week and everything. Because I do have a lot to talk about. But I just wanted to have a series episode because, one, I like doing series episodes because get people aware. Shoot, I forgot what I was talking about. But there were a few people, I got people hip to the topic. Like, dang, thank you for letting us read. Yeah, read. You find a lot about stuff. And if you could read between the lines, you will learn a lot more. Yes. Usually I would like a big audience, but I almost started Cup Chronicles with one person watching. That's how serious it is, and that's how much I had in my heart. Now, on the funny stuff, I better have a big audience, but But I would really like for y'all to picture what if black people and Native Americans was writing that Constitution. First thing we're going to say is fuck slavery. Hell, if we had white slaves, we would have auctioned them out. Take them motherfuckers. No. Yeah. This country was built on getting money. Oh, we gonna get money. Yep. I had to backtrack. Sorry. I just watched a true crime story. 6 people were kidnapped. 6 African American girls, right? They weren't trying to solve it. They thought that 6 people were kidnapped by different people. And then the person who's doing true crime, she's Armenian, but she has really pale white skin. She was like, what if there were white girls that were getting kidnapped like that? They would have solved that crime like that. But since there were black girls, oh, they want to drag the shit up. Because girls were getting kidnapped and killed. Have y'all watched Dave Chappelle special with 8:46 when it say 8 minutes 46 seconds? The whole thing with I believe it was George Floyd. Have y'all ever watched Dave Chappelle special, the quarantine special that he did on YouTube out of humbug? That should teach you something. If you watch some of the greatest comedians, greatest African American comedians, that should teach you something. A white comedian that could teach you something, if you watch old school stand up, rest in peace, but George Carlin, Robin Williams. Hell, before Bill Cosby been popping pills and shit, Bill Cosby was actually funny. Before we found out that he was pumping Quaaludes and women drinks and shit. And to be honest, I still don't believe he did it. Well, I believe the pills thing, I believe. But the raping, I don't believe that part. Now, the R. Kelly, although that is a single that I cannot talk about because it's in a box. R. Kelly and Donald Trump are in my celebrity box that I don't want to talk about. But I believe, only reason that I believe R. Kelly did, because I know somebody that grew up in Chicago and seen her friends get recruited by him, by his boys. That's the only reason I believe it. Other than that, I'll be like, free R. Kelly! He made puppet cry! Y'all be one of them motherfucking black people. Like this fucking live if y'all want to see me famous and across millions of TV screens. Hell, they might try to kill me. Man, shoot. They might try. Man, shit. It's a lot to learn if you just read. It's a lot to learn if you use your mind. So before I go, please ask yourself, what if black people and the Native Americans wrote the Constitution? What would we put in the Constitution? What would we put in the Constitution? Hell, if I were the motherfucking Constitution, we sure won't be paying no taxes. Now, here's the fucked up part about that. They came from Britain, right? To avoid paying taxes, right? Hold up. And pouring some water. I'm a little parched. So, they came from Britain because they got tired of taxes and shit. Oops. Boston Tea Party. Yes. They came from Britain. They want to avoid taxes. But yet they want to put taxes on us in America. So this country was built on sex, violence, blood, sweat, tears, and looking out for yourself. But this is the land of the free, right? Hell, if you got debt, if you're struggling with depression, if you're struggling period, you're not really free. Not free? Free from what? Shit, I live paycheck to paycheck, free from what? Really? But I'm just a person who have a regular 9 to 5 type of job. I'm not even using my degrees. That's why I'm using regular Chronicles for. Shoot, going to business for my motherfucking self. Shit. This country was built on sex because how many black women been raped during slavery? Hell, how many women have been raped, period, these days? Our ex-president say, grab him by the pussy. And honestly, he was one of my favorite TV characters. Honey, he was that was some of y'all president? He was a TV character to me. Trump. Mm-hmm. And the way his parents came to America from Germany, I am not surprised at how he turns out. I'm not surprised. I'm a lot of stuff don't. If you look at things different spectrum, nothing will surprise you. You just look at it like, I try to make this a short episode, but let's talk. And I didn't expect this much interaction because like I said, I started this a little bit late. But I had this on my heart before I go to bed. Those who watch, thank you. Those who didn't watch, y'all eventually gonna watch this shit and comment like y'all usually do. Pick a struggle. Do you want equality or do you just want equality for yourself? This country is built on looking out for yourself. Think about it. Is there really justice for all? Is there really justice for all? George Floyd killer is in jail. I'm not that excited. All right. I'm happy, but I'm waiting for the sentencing. Yeah, those who've been watching Cup Chronicles for the past 4 years, y'all know I think outside the box. I don't think like everybody else. I'm waiting for the sentencing. If he gets a slap on the wrist, I won't be surprised. At least there's a white man in jail for killing a black man. Hell, white men used to kill black men back in the day just for looking at their white women, just for putting a key in the white hole. And I'm surprised I'm really speaking clean today. Although I had a couple of cuss words and stuff, but besides the point. I wonder what special custody he would be in for being a cop. Oh, so you see what I'm thinking, huh? You get what I'm talking about. Okay. I like that thought. Whew, I had to smoke to this, baby. Guess what? There is no justice. As long as you have an action going on, there will always be consequences. Everybody getting all crazy about Darren Wilson. Darren Wilson had to live with the fact that he killed Mike Brown. Just like all those other cops, all those other people with a black man in their lives. Eric Garner said he couldn't breathe. They took it like, okay, you can't breathe? Let me not let you breathe some more. I'm scared for black men. Y'all get on my nerves. Y'all make me look angry as a black woman. But deep on the inside, y'all get on my nerves so much because I love y'all. And that's from my heart, you know. And happy. That Justice Center stuff, they was playing clips of the Justice Center situation today. While I was at the nail shop, I did see clips of just, they broke windows, you saw fire, you see, boy, at the Justice Center downtown St. Louis, they were clowning it earlier this month. They say April 8th. Yeah, apps. Can I tell you the truth? I thought it was March. I thought it was longer than that, but that's how time flies. Time flies. You be thinking a year when it's really a month. Yeah. There will be no justice for all until we all act right. There will be no justice for all until we treat each other a little bit better. I'm talking black, white, Mexican, Gumby. Until all of us treat each other a little bit better and we end this racism shit, there will never be justice for all. And I'm going to wait for a couple more comments. Then I'm going to end this because, like I said, I was not trying to do it, but it was something in my heart. So, I'm going to end this in true Rick Up fashion. Thank you for watching. I love y'all. And I will have my t-shirt line. Look out for that next few months. If you got a job, raise your red cup. Make it $1.15. Raise your red cup. Ready for the weekend like I am? Raise your red cup. And most importantly, raise your red cup for George Floyd, Ma'Khia Bryant, Daunte Wright, Mike Brown, Ahmaud Arbery, Mondaire Myers, Oscar Grant, Amadou Diablo, Sean Bell. Raise your red cups for those who have been unjustly died when they could have been living their lives, watching TV with their loved ones. I thank you. God bless. And say your prayers, even when you say your prayers in your head. There is no justice for all. The end and goodbye.